Welcome back, everybody. We're live with Azodin paintball, live with Eric Wang from Azodin. Eric, how you doing? Eric,
good. How are you?
Good. I want to turn off your player there in the background because it's going to get some weird sort of stuff going on. You're going to hear me like 3 seconds after you hear me, and it's just going to be like some beautiful. It's absolutely amazing. So, uh-oh. So what's up? How you doing? This is where you answer me.
I'm doing good.
Good. All right, good. So turn your player window off, but keep your Skype on, and we'll talk about Azodin. Now, as Odin, or as Odin decrees it, or Odin, or Arizona's Odinner, or it's just what was left on the only website left. You know, there's the old joke on Saturday Night Live where there's this company that was trying to find a website, and the only thing left was a clownpenis.fart. And so, I don't know. Or is there a story behind Azodin before we actually get into specifics on what you guys do and why you pwn?
Well, pretty much, we're a brand new company. Came on the scene about.
On the website, on the bottom right-hand corner, you'll see a button that has the speakery. So turn that off, and it'll have an X through it, so that'll stop that feed, but you'll still hear me through Skype.
All right, where do I need to go?
Close down your browser, but keep your Skype on. Yeah, there you go. Now you can still hear me, right?
How's that?
That is so much better. There you go.
I'm still new at this thing. Sorry about that.
It's okay. It's fine now. We had someone call in. I think he's still here in the chat. Called in last week. Poor kid. And we tried to tell him like 7 times. And I was like, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to shout at you to turn your volume off. And then you're going to hear me shouting at you to turn your volume off in 5 seconds. So turn your volume off. And he's like, turn. Oh, it's beautiful.
You got me there, man. This internet thing's still brand new to me, dude.
Hey, you don't need to know about the internets. All you need to know about is markers. And Azodin, tell me about who you are and what you do, and these new brands of markers they're starting to show up. I mean, you guys are over there. You got banner ads on PB Nation, and some people over here were already asking if the Azodin Blitz is going to be like the new Ion. So, what's up?
Well, I'll tell you what, dude. If I can beat a new Ion, if I can beat our Ion, then there's going to be a lot of fanboy that's going to love me out there, man.
There are a lot of haters on smart parts, especially the Ion. Is that just because it made their $3,000 markers obsolete, or there are all these little kids that are all of a sudden just ramping and shooting them up, and they're like, damn you?
Well, pretty much, basically the Azodin concept, we took the standard stack to blowback marker, the mongooses, rebels, spiders of the world, and then I made a little bit of a change to it. The biggest thing about these guns, in terms of operational wise, you're not going to see anything different. It's still bolt at the top, hammer at the bottom, hitting a valve, let the air go, and blows the hammer back. But the real innovation comes with the springs that we put in there, and also the feather striker. The feather striker is about 2/3 of the weight of the traditional striker. Back in the days, everybody always tried to low pressure their spiders, their blowbacks, and you have those 32-degree kits that you want to, match it up, the valve spring, main springs. What we did is we took that part of the equation out of it. So you get a gun that's going to shoot with less recoil, that's not going to be a big clunker in your hand. So for the beginner player, they'll definitely see a difference. And for the advanced players who grew up with a spider, with a mongoose, with a rebel, they can pick up one of these and truly see the difference on these guns.
Nice. So you're not trying to be the next big high market DM9 out there. There's already so much competition. You decided to go, hell, dude, we're just going to make a nice, sturdy, solid marker.
Pretty much. And, it's one of those things that, and I think, everybody who's in the industry can see, you have this influx, this overpopulation of guns at the mid and high level. And in a way, they all perform similar, very well. But the thing is, who can afford to buy $1,000 gun every year, as a DM, as it goes, the different models come out, So what you lose out on is be able to give the entry-level players, the kids that's, coming in today, give them a little something different, give them something, that they can go out there and feel confident about. On electronic guns, all the Blitzes, all the Zenith have all the updated tournament circuit board and stuff like that. So, you're going to be able to go there, ramp with the best of them. So it's one of those things that, we feel that the evolution in the Stack 2 blowback has stagnated, for a while. And this is something that will really be able to, show it to the players and give them something different.
Beautiful. Now we're going to go over here on the website. I'm going to show some of these videos that you guys have. We're showing the Feather Striker system right now. It looks like,
Okay.
self-lubricating Delrin cap. They're saying that it reminds people a lot of spiders, and saying what Kingman should have done years ago. And someone also asked how it stacks up to the new Spider Electra.
Well, when you talk about spiders, in terms of design-wise, they really haven't done a lot of different innovations to it. Let's see, the big jump that Spider did was with the VS series, and they do use a very small striker. But as with the Electra and the Pilot series come around, they're going back to a traditional striker system. If you have the Feather Striker system on the website, you can see in terms of dimension-wise, the striker itself is pretty much the same as the Spider Striker, but the inside of the striker has been bored out, and also the Delrin, we'll put a Delrin cap in the front of it. So any part that's still touching the sear, that's hitting the valve itself, is still going to be steel. It's still going to be metal, but we did everything else to reduce the weight. There's a lot of tinkerers out there that make strikers, they shape down the side and stuff like that to make it lighter, but you still have to do it yourself. You still have to go balance the spring out. What we did is made the striker lighter, give you a package with a good mainspring and a good valve spring that will compensate and also directly use the Feather Striker system. So this way, when you actually shoot the gun, you can notice a significant reduction in recoil.
Nice. Now, someone was asking already what threads you guys are using on your Azodin markers.
Sure. On our gun, when we did the R&D with this, we realized that there really isn't a sense for players to go out and use, say, get like a Titman, get like a Spider, then you're stuck with that thread, and then the day you go on to buy DM and Eagle on the upper end market, all the guns are pretty much standard Cocker threads. So when we went to the designer's gun, all of these guns, we make sure that the features on these guns are fairly standard. So this way you can upgrade with the aftermarket parts that's already out there. The barrel thread is Cocker, the feet neck thread is Ion, and then on the bottom of the gun itself, you have both, straight line mounting and the dovetails set. So this way you don't have to take your gun and go out and do a lot of upgrades that that's gonna cost you a lot of money, because you buy a upgraded Spider barrel, then when you use your when you start buying a DM and Eagles and stuff, you won't be able to use that barrel anymore. So we try to take that part of the equation now. So this way the consumer can go out there, buy a set, and a nice upgraded barrel, a nice on-off, and they can still use it.